Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
If you recently submitted a claim to the National Insurance Corporation, you also need to submit your financial account information to get paid. All NIC benefit claims are now paid conveniently through your local financial institution. To provide your bank or credit union account information, simply log on to the NIC website at www.stlucianic.org. Click the Financial Account Information tab and fill out the form. It's that easy. You only submit once. Ensure you enter the details of an open active account in your name. If you do not have access to the internet, visit any NIC office to collect the financial account information form. Help us to help you. NIC, for the benefit of us all.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
Good afternoon to you, everyone. Thank you so very much for once again tuning into and staying with the Real FM Radio 91.3 North and 91.5 for the South, as well as simulcasting on MBC Television, Channel 120, Flow Cable TV service, on Facebook Live, as well as on YouTube Live streaming for The Real Issues, with me, Shelton Daniel, your host and producer, alongside Alton Jaquan Joseph, our technical operator, and my co-host again today, so generously and graciously giving of his time, Terence Fenelon. Hope you're having a good day, everyone, so far, that your morning has gone good, that your lunchtime, if that's what it is, is superb as well, and the rest of your day gives you every cause for optimism and that you will get through it safely, accomplishing all the things that you do. Remember, safety is something you must always pay attention to for yourself and for others, particularly on the road. And people, let's not forget we're still in the hurricane season. In fact, we heard that there was some disturbance that was expected to become a tropical storm by today. All right, if I remember correctly. So look at where we are. We're at the midpoint of November already, and we are talking about tropical storms. So just never forget that. Not because things have gone a little quiet and it seems to be cooling down for you to ever let your guard down. That is not the case at all. It can go all the way into December. It has already done so in the past. So always. And you know, another thing I want to say, keep your wits about you. Too many of us are just absolutely careless. We don't really know. You know, today I was walking. You know, I was on foot walking in the road, and there was a vehicle, an SUV, white SUV, coming towards me, and I noticed that the individual stopped in the middle of the road. So I said, hey, maybe I realized a woman. She wants to make a right turn to come and park on the side where I am walking. So she's giving me a chance to get out of the area. You know, the little spot where she intends to come in. So I hurried myself, walked a little quicker to give her, only to realize the lady is on the phone. And now, yes, she's stationary, but when I tell you in the middle of the road, middle, it's like she remembers she has to make a call or someone has called her. She doesn't take the time to pull over on the side of the road and to, you know, right in the middle of the road. And you know, someone hurtling down that road, because people drive as if they don't expect there's somebody else on the road. You know, that's what I find. A lot of people drive as if they expect that they are the only one on the road. They don't expect they're going to meet anybody else. So they drive with a kind of, you know, and look at what, you know, Pralin yesterday. We've had a collision, and my goodness me, the little pictures and video clips that went around, and I got them. I mean, that is a horrific bang, horrific collision of two vehicles. And I'm told that the driver of the minibus passed away. Don't know if it is true. Hope it's not. But, you know, all indications are that, yes, you know, there's a fatality. It reminded me of another one at Bexon. Was it last year or way before, where a minibus, you know, was involved in some kind of crash and the driver died. Apparently was a driver well known, well liked. Practically everybody spoke well of him. He had been at it for a long time and lost his life just like that. But, you know, people are driving as if they don't believe there is somebody else on the road. So a small little back road that you use as a detour to escape the heavy traffic that you get every day between Shock and Monjiro going on forward. So you pass Vieux Circuit. I mean, it's a smaller road. It's not a main road. It's a road with a lot of sharp bends and corners. And so you get it. There isn't much traffic. So you save time, yes, despite the fact that it's not necessarily shorter. But because of less, but you find some people, you're traveling down the hill and somebody's coming up with a big pickup, you know, 4-wheel drive, massive vehicle. And you look at it and you say, but wait, to me, that bend cannot accommodate that kind of speed. It cannot even accommodate that size of vehicle. It's because we have some experience. So you do, unlike some other people doing cutting corners, you take your full curve, you open wide. But even then, you know, a vehicle with a long front coming there, it's going to protrude a little into the other lane, especially if you're at the speed. And my goodness, I passed the Vieux Circuit road and I'm saying, why do people drive that way on a small road? You know, a lot of the corners are obstructed because it's still a heavily bushed area, you know, quite a lot of bush and so on. So you cannot say look across a corner and see what is coming and so on. You have to go according to the road. Why do people drive that way? But folks, have your wits about you. You know, don't you be walking, crossing the road and you're on the phone at the same time. You know, your attention can only take so much. Don't you be crossing places that you should not because you find that the pedestrian overpass or flyover is too much trouble to go over and so on. Go, take the trouble and go up unless you impaired in some way. Take the trouble and go. Remember a lady died just at the Bize Junction the other day because she thought maybe she could have, you know, darted across and so on, and she got hit, you know what I mean? And this is so sad. Don't let you be a statistics of that kind. I'm going to turn over to Terry in just a while, but I just wanted to say, one, maybe two things. What's it with the fuel price politics that the UWP, well, they had kind of stopped it. But I suppose now that the CIP thing has gone nowhere, and they realize all this healthcare crisis thing they're trying to concoct and trump up and so on is going nowhere either. So they have to find something else. So sometimes they go back to old scripts. old stunts in there. It seems very limited and worn out playbook. So it's fuel prices. The government has to bring down the fuel prices. And when we're in office and the price of oil on the world market was $68, we had the fuel at $13.50. Now it is, and so on. They have it at $16.50. You know, they keep going back to this foolishness. And I saw someone post something. I think it was in the Real Issues WhatsApp group about, why don't we publish the information about, the person used some other term, but I refer to it as a fuel price buildup. I mean, that information was given exhaustively so many years ago. That when you see the price at the pump, here's what you must do. According to what the rates were at the time, start a process of deduction. Deduct $2.50, that's the government excise tax on a gallon. Deduct $1.25, that's the profit margin of the retailer, meaning the gas station owners. Deduct another $1.25, that is the profit margin for the importer, that is the Rubis and the Sols and the so on, who have the terminals where the tankers come and they put it and they have the storage tanks. And I think there was a consumption tax at the time, 6% or whatever. Deduct that from it also. Take out those things and then you will be left with what is called the landed cost. That is the cost of the fuel per gallon when it arrives at the harbor or the port or the terminal, whatever, where they send out a hose across the sea and they connect it to the salt terminal and so on. So you know what the landed cost is. We have no control over the landed cost. The landed cost is determined by transportation, is determined by insurance, is determined by the freight charges of the tankers, is determined by where it comes from, if they have any port charges for export or whatever, dispatch charges or whatever and so on. The landed cost. You have 1650, Terry Fenelon was writing there. So you go and you do this and then you know what the base price of the landed cost is, and then begins the fuel price buildup. You cannot take away what the importers, they might probably already crying that this is too little for what they have to do to bring fuel to St. Lucia. You keep it as low as possible. And that is fuel where they do not charge VAT on gas. Which gas station you ever see the bill that it says 12% for VAT and so on? They don't charge you on it. You have to give them a margin for them to stay in business. The gas station people, you have to give them a margin for them to continue. And most of them is probably not on the gas they're making, that much money, because almost all of them have a little supermarket operation, a little deli operation, a little, tire repair operation, something on the side to supplement the core business of selling, petroleum products and so on. Almost all of them have it. You got to give them a little margin. I think the United Workers' Party is agonizing and tormenting itself over the excise tax and the consumption tax, which many times has been waived and all of that by the government. In addition to whatever the government is giving from excise tax, you can be sure that they're using it to subsidize other things, such as the cost of cooking gas. That they repeatedly tell you if they were not subsidizing the 20 and 22 pound cylinders, these things would cost 50 something, 60 something dollars. It is because they are subsidizing it. In other words, they're paying a certain portion for you that you're able to buy a 20 pound and a 22 pound for 30 something, 40 something dollars. If not, it would be worth more. UWP seems to believe that the government has no right to revenue. The government has no right to any kind of tax and so on. And yet we're seeing so many things being done with tax money in this country, helping people. Because UWP feels if the government has any money in its hand, they might make a success, and they are making a success of governance in this country, and it will spell the death knell of the UWP. They'll never get out from where they are. So they're attacking CIP because Philip JP are getting money to run housing and other programs in St. Lucia. And oh my goodness, Mr. Shastny can't stand that. They're against halls of justice because, oh my goodness, these are buildings that the government could have been renting from Mr. Shastny. They are against all kinds of progress because to them, it must line the pockets, it must benefit themselves, their family, their friends, their foreigners, their political allies and this kind of thing. So we're back to fuel politics again. And this thing just keeps going on and on and on and on. I don't even think people bother with it anymore. It's not that it hasn't been said. Just do the deductions. What is the excise tax? $2.50 per gallon? Take that out of the $16.50. You're down to $14 now, right? Take out $1.25 each for the gas station retailer and for the importer. That's another $2.50. All right? $2.50 from $14 is what? Is $12.50? You know?
12, 11 something.
1150, all right? 1150. You take that out already. You take out whatever percentage for consumption tax and so on, and you're left with what is the landed cost. Landed cost of fuel is nothing like the cost of crude oil per barrel. We do not import crude oil. We do not use crude oil. We don't have refineries for crude oil. The fellas just on that, non-stop again. Y'all, I mean, find a way. Get us refined fuel at a cheaper rate. Tell us how it should be done. Y'all cannot do that and so on. Like I said, when there was a chance to enter into an arrangement that could have benefited us with lower cost of fuel and so on under Petro-Caribbean, you all went and stabbed Venezuela in the back. Now your buddy Donald Trump is back in office again. Let's see what he's going to do. You think he's going to help any situation that benefits the Caribbean? We are irrelevant. We are marginal. We are shithole countries. He's not going to bother with us unless something about him has changed. When we're trying to do little moves and so on to benefit ourselves, you come and you just want to impress Florida Caribbean Cruise Association and people who don't even know you existing, by the way. They don't even know you existing. It's there you want to impress. It's there you want to show how much you're on the side, how much of a conservative, how much of a right-winger you are, and you're messing up everything. Anyway, let me leave that alone. Folks, I'm going to make this one very, very short. The Forever Road. They're still struggling with it. We're in the middle of November, you know. We're in the middle of November, and C.O. Williams and whoever else is associated with them, they're still struggling with the Forever Road. It don't matter that they do 75%. The remaining 25 or 10%, whatever, to me that is unpardonable that this has taken so long that it has not yet finished. And I do hope something can be looked into, some kind of report about the Forever Road, why it has taken and is still taking forever. Terry.
Oh, you have said them all for there, Shelton. Very, very interesting. Well, I did pass yesterday, today's Thursday, Tuesday on the cul-de-sac from the Mon. I was impressed with the roundabout. I have to learn to use it. But I have not yet used the Millennium Highway to see the condition. But as you correctly said, the Forever Road, it's high time that this thing is brought to an end. Has to be completed. Come on, it's how many years now? More than 4 years? More than that?
Oh, yeah, since 2019.
19, you're on a road and it's no. But as I'm on that, you mentioned Vieux-Sikri. You passed there yesterday?
Yeah. Was it yesterday or the day before? The road is good. I didn't find potholes. It wasn't in a bad condition.
Rivière-Mitan.
Okay, it's a while I haven't been through Rivière-Mitan. Some repairs were taking place on the
Rivière-Mitan, yes. I'm limited. Ministry of Infrastructure, Mr. King, send some fellas up there. Let's patch up. It's very bad.
Okay.
The entrance. If you're coming from Moshi side, coming from,
all right.
Up. Oh, terrible. I mean, fantastic work from Monsiton down. That's great stuff. They have enlarged the road and thing because of like it's the back roads I like to use. You understand? But the entrance there at Rivière-Mitan, please, let's do something. Okay, now today, Shelton.
So what about the portion going up to, what's that place that's below Plateau and so on? There's
from there, Monsiton side,
Deramo, that's it.
Monsiton,
so
Deramo.
We okay there? We okay there? Okay, all right.
Yeah, you remember that was part of the 4-lane highway stuff because the back roads would have been finished, would have been fixed first under with the curators and these guys, demolition man. He ripped up the contract.
And I'm telling you, see that northeast corridor, highway and so on. This would have opened up St. Lucia for development.
Because I'm telling you,
places like Debara, all of that, they would have
the distance
benefited,
it's longer, but in terms of time, it's shorter because hardly anybody uses the road, and then we would have done the one at La Bonne coming into. It should have connected to the Rameau. That would have been done too, on the Norbert and Vieux-Sikri Road. That would have been done. And then after this was done, because you give people an outlet. So you have free outlets out of the north. So that would have been okay. You understand? And then you attack the main road. But demolition man knows everything. Don't question me. Don't advise me. Don't tell me what to do. Don't second guess me.
Don't try to help me.
I'm the repository of all knowledge.
I know everything.
And then he has a right-hand man there who was a bus driver one night. He went to sleep, and when he woke up, he was the minister of everything. He was a contractor, medical, I mean, tooth bagay.
Yeah, and engineer everything.
Boy, St. Lucia politics.
I'm telling you.
That's fascinating, you know.
You can transform.
To go and sleep one night, then you are a butcher, and the next night you wake up, you win an election, and you become an engineer, electrician, contractor. Check. Boy, very interesting, our politics in St. Lucia. So, Shelton, today, I didn't want to start there, but I got a few calls on some voice notes, and some of my partners saying, replay that video. Now, I'm not going to dwell on it, because today I want to feature a very special lady. It's not February 14th, but it's a very special lady. So, Jokwan, you could just screw it up. We're going to start there. We're going to hit it. We should come into the first break, and then we feature our lady of the hour.
Okay.
All right. So, Jokwan, let's feature, because people want us to remind them. So let's remind them of what father and son. Let's be patient. Yeah. Okay. So we have to remind.
And if the Catholic Church does not want to speak for itself out loud, we will speak for them. No!
I want to say to Father Kevin Murray, you are a foreign national. You were brought here to represent the church. Stick to your last, Father Murray, because those demonstrations you are participating in will do you no good. That's not what you came to St. Lucia for. But since you are so concerned about the citizens of the South, who are 99% black, I would suggest that you educate yourself. You've educated yourself enough now. You should go back to America and take care of your own country, where the slogan is Black Lives Matter.
And if the Catholic Church does not want to speak for itself out loud, we will speak for them. No!
You should go back to America and take care of your own country, where the slogan is Black Lives Matter.
Forgive me, dear Prime Minister, if my parable caused you grief.
Oh my word, Shelton. I mean, and you know, this morning I was looking at, I saw that the contractors were on site, and Mr. John Peters, I guess he's the representative NH from Trinidad. John Peters, by the way, is Trinidadian. He was brought down by Sir John, if you didn't know.
Yes, I remember. He was once chief engineer.
Yeah, very nice guy, brought down by Sir John. You see, Sir John is a great guy. And he worked closely with Sir John. And he was on site, and I did not even know, Sir John, Shelton, that the contractors they have met with the church on 4 different occasions. The first occasion, the contractors met with them with the Prime Minister. Because don't forget, the Prime Minister is a Catholic, and Roman Catholic. He worships every Sunday at the, I don't know how you call it, Catholic Church in Masha. Honestly, forgive me, I'm ashamed to say.
Roman Catholic.
Masha Roman Catholic, yeah. Stand up. So he knows he's of that faith. So he met with them, and John Peter said they have met 4 times, and the hierarchy of the church gave them suggestions. So you see, hand in hand,
and have never complained about their view being obstructed. But to me, the view was always obstructed. But if it's not the old Ministry of Education building you have there, it was the court building that was already there. You know,
if there were buildings that were in line to be demolished, these were the buildings because they were just there.
Yeah.
Rotted, vagrants were there. I'm using problems, rodents, and all kinds of things. These buildings had to go. Not the custody suites that we have to pay $15 million to rebuild, demolition man. But they have met with the church because, you know, the Prime Minister is a decent man. He understands, well, you know, there might be something. And John Peters explained how the piling will be done so there'll be no shattering things for any cracks to appear anywhere. So when the alarmists, because that's what they are, the alarmists, then, you know, they like to make noise. These noise makers are all over the place making noise. Remember, the Prime Minister, John Madman, he has met with the Catholic Church, the hierarchy. They sat down and they discussed the way forward. And you think the Catholic Church will be against development and against justice? You know, you told Father Murray, a man who I believe in liberation theology, you know what I mean? Inch can expound on that if he so chooses. I will not do that today. He was defending the poor and the marginalized, people who would have been displaced, the farmers who lost their livelihood. You know, they kicked them off the land to give that to a foreigner, 1,300 acres. You told them and go back to his country, where Black Lives Matter. You have ever heard a more racist statement? Exactly the say, nuki racist? Nothing like that. Philip J. Pierre doesn't go on a platform and call people names. He doesn't do that. You know, he don't call you mendicant. No, but if you attack him, he'll defend himself. And he has a right to defend himself. You understand? So, you'll have seen it. But we remind you all, and people keep the receipts. You know, if you need that, call me. I will send it to you because we have to keep the receipts going down to elections. We must make them remember where we came from. And the lady I'm going to play after the break because we don't want to break. You know what I mean? We'll explain that in a delivery.
We don't want to break the break.
We don't want to break the break in a delivery. You understand? So we have some time before the break, a few minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I almost said boys and girls, old habit. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, viewers, we have to remind them. Okay, the most racist statements ever made in this country. You heard it from whom? And then you heard the son saying to Dr. Anthony, you are Massa and Massa Economics, and you have to change your name, and this and that and that. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Anthony had to come and clear his name. Mm-hmm. His family was never involved in the slave trade. You know, he lived a humble life. You know, his mom, etc. So he doesn't know where that is coming from. Mm-hmm. But you want to tag racism on the SLP. That ain't going to happen. Mm-hmm. Not as long as we are here. We have to set the record straight at all times. You understand? So as I said yesterday, let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be troubled.
You have a tape to play, is it?
No, we played it already.
Okay.
So we're going to play Our Lady after the break because the break is coming up in about a minute's time, a minute or two. So just let me expand on that. Now, in the chat room, you are asking, people are saying that they're attacking the PR people, etc., etc. Now, all of us have to do PR, you know. You understand what I'm saying? You know what you're benefiting from. You know the policies. You like the policies. You see how the Prime Minister is rolling, how he's rolling, how he's moving. You talk about it. You had these noisemakers on the other side saying all kinds of pappy show. You call. You defend you're not defending your party. You understand? You're defending your country because we do not want to go back in the dark ages. I call the years 2016 to 2021 the dark ages. This was a bitter time. And what's the word yesterday? Recrudescence. We're not going to have that. There'll be no return to that. We are going forward. The policies, now I'm going to make a pitch to our parliamentarians. I said it yesterday. You were elected to serve a constituency, not a ministry, not a portfolio. You understand? Not a portfolio. Your first duty is to the people. And if you speak to your people, because we have some people that get disgruntled and not. Just this morning I read something. I'm not seeing my representative. Now I know that this kind of politics are cake, but that's how people think. I'm not seeing my parliamentary representative. Nobody voted for Minister of Tourism or Minister of Education, or they voted for a parliamentary representative. And you can't go in a silo, you can't hide. When you're driving in in your constituency, your glass up and nobody can wave you and you can't wave anybody. You have to be cognizant of that. People want to see you. People want to, press a fresh. They want to be able to say hello, even though it's a little wave. You understand? So, Our Lady is going to do that in a while. While Jacqueline, I think we're coming up to the break there, so we'll take the break. I have to be mindful. Shelton always tell me, Fernando, watch the clock. Right. And I always tell him, Shelton, when I worked, I never had a clock in the office. I never knew what time it was. So I have to watch the clock. So we're going to take the first break. And when we come, I'm going to set it up for Our Lady, who is going to deconstruct and perform a lobotomy on Alan Shasti.
Okay, so just before we take the break, a friend called Misty wants to tell you that Marshall is Sacred Heart.
Oh yeah, Sacred Heart Church. I knew that.
Just as Grosile is St. Joseph the Worker, but Marshall is Sacred Heart.
Mercy Appeal.
And tells you, yes, Mr. Pierre is a staunch Catholic.
Oh yes.
But the individual with a little tinge of jealousy, I suppose, says, Juju is the special lady. I'm not asking you a question.
You cannot preempt me.
Yeah, so somebody has a little,
Yeah, jealousy. Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a moment.
That's
This
right.
is the Real Issues Thursday.
Right.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatments that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
If you recently submitted a claim to the National Insurance Corporation, you also need to submit your financial account information to get paid. All NIC benefit claims are now paid conveniently through your local financial institution. To provide your bank or credit union account information, simply log on to the NIC website at www.stlucianic.org. Click the Financial Account Information tab and fill out the form. It's that easy. You only submit once. Ensure you enter the details of an open active account in your name. If you do not have access to the internet, visit any NIC office to collect the financial account information form. Help us to help you. NIC, for the benefit of us all.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
All right, I'm giving up on Terrence. This is a one-sided relationship. And the person says, and you sincerely don't know who this is? As in me? No, I honestly don't know who it is, So, you have people who have secret crushes on you, or however you want to call it, Terry. Let me go to another one who says, my day has improved considerably, doubly. I see red. All right. Another one says that yes, in fact 2 people tell me yes, the Prowley accident did result in a fatality. Folks, be careful on the road. I can understand the situation of bus drivers. Theirs is different from the rest of us regular commuters in that they have to stop many times to pick up people and to let off people and so on. And so the journey, or as we call it, the trip of a minibus, of a bus driver and the public transportation takes a long time. It is very easy for them to get a little impatient, to get a little frantic because they're running behind time, the schedule, whatever. It's a competitive thing. They need to get on the peg. Somebody else will pick up all the passengers down the road and they need to make up for it. I can understand that. And maybe the passengers themselves are telling them, come on, pick it up. We got to get to where we're going and so on. You never know. Perhaps in future road construction, we need to do what we see in some other countries, especially the more developed ones, have bus lanes.
Yeah.
Not everywhere, I suppose, but in specific areas so that, you have a bus lane where they can pull over on the side, let off, pick up people. And if you wander into the bus lane and the camera picks you up, you can find yourself being ticketed for it and that sort of thing. Maybe we need to... And let me just appeal to other drivers, fellow drivers on the road. When you're not in a hurry, you're not really under pressure to get somewhere, yield to a bus. It stops. You see it's indicated. It's going to pull out. You don't have... I can say if you're in a hurry, right? But let them go. And it's not the bus driver you're doing a favor. You're doing a favor to the people on that bus who have to put up with and endure so many stops, and along the way and so on, because that's the nature of the bus service. I mean, they want to pull out, let them pull out. You can yield to them for the benefit of your fellow St. Lucians and so on who are on that bus and need to get where they're going to. At the same time, bus drivers, you have to be patient. You have to hold yourselves together temperamentally and otherwise and so on. Keep your composure and don't endanger people who are paying you to render them a service. But those of us who can yield to others. There's a spirit and a culture that has taken hold that if you yield and if you allow somebody or you back down in some way like you weak and whatever it is, so let's stop thinking that way.
Right.
Be at peace with yourself. There's nothing that is more valuable and greater riches you can have than the riches of peace. And not finding yourself on the road always in a spat with people who believe that their strength lies in being bullies and trying to intimidate other people and, the whole kind of culture of gaslighting and want to show that you can frighten other people and make them cower and so on. Let's get out of that. Some of us have the experience, we have the capacity, we have the capability to be more responsible and to let certain things pass. Let them pass. All right, not because somebody's overtaking you in a foolish place and foolish way for you to speed up because you want to teach them a lesson. That's not your role on the road, to teach people a lesson. They want to pass. You can pull over a little or slow down a little. Let them go. Stop trying to teach them a lesson. What do you gain by that in the end? Anyway, let me not take Terry's time. Over to you, my brother.
All right. Sheldon, I want to join you on that too because that is very serious. Now, let me set this up quickly. Sheldon, who's your favorite speaker? I asked you that already. When you listen to the budget debates, etc., who's your favorite speaker?
Boy, there's so many of them.
There's so many of them.
There's so many of them. I have so many. But you know, Dr. Kenny Anthony, for being a backbencher,
Sure.
I'm telling you, he's absolutely
Brilliant.
gripping. When
Brilliant.
you hear him and
that's
so on.
one person you must listen to.
Yes.
I mean, Richard Frederick. Oh, when Richard Frederick opens up, But you see, I will not feature him because he has his own show.
Yes.
And I mean, he's always brilliant.
Even Wayne Girard that we don't hear
from
much spoken about and so on.
Yeah.
I find he's extremely composed and
these days, he has grown. He has grown in stature. Yes.
That's why I tell you all of them. Moses Jean-Baptiste,
Right.
Musa, all of them, as if there's something good you can say about.
But I have this lady.
Yes.
I listen to her all the time. And in the last budget presentation, she had me spellbound. And I was like, I jumped, usually I have a little TV in my bed there when I sleep in and thing. And I jumped out of it and I said, here it is. That's how you have to engage in a debate. That's why I got the idea from the tale of two prime ministers, Because this lady, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be patient. You understand? Because, the fiery people I know, we like them. We like them. But you have to listen to the substance and how, people deconstruct. And she was able to deconstruct the former prime minister. She performed what I call brain surgery or lobotomy on this guy. She was able to put on the hat of an auditor. So right now, I'm talking about the Honorable Emma Hippolyte. Now, she's unheralded because, she has a very quiet demeanor. She doesn't mash a fly, She doesn't go to church, say a rosary and stuff. But I want to take us back because what she said there, her opening 15 minutes, to me was extremely devastating. I call it a devastating takedown of this guy who masqueraded as an economist, and a financial guru who my phrase, country's broke. Shelton, I like that so much. Every time I play that.
One of the masters in something called development banking.
That's what he says.
Which is a cross between an MBA and an economics degree.
That's what he says.
Nobody else has that,
Yeah, but we need to see it.
Show some respect to the man.
Okay, I think. This one is mixed up like the mixed degree he has, So I want you to, ladies and gentlemen, take a while. And while the Honorable Emma is speaking, you could type in what you want to add to what she's saying. So, Jaquan, without much further ado, let's not delay that. We almost quarter past already. Let's listen to the Honorable Emma Hippolyte as she deconstructs and she performs brain surgery and lobotomy on the former Minister of Finance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you today in the name of the Almighty. Mr. Speaker, I am extremely pleased to rise in support of the Appropriation Bill 2024-2025 as presented by the Prime Minister and Minister for Finance. Mr. Speaker, during March 26th and 28th, we gathered here in the House of Assembly in keeping with the requirements of the Public Finance Act. The Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Finance presented the estimates of revenue and expenditure for the current fiscal year 2024-25, which totaled EC $1.89 billion. Honorable members debated and sanctioned the estimates. Mr. Speaker, during this debate, I took quite a bit of time, almost half an hour, to address the needs of my constituents. So today, I will spend a lot more time focusing on what's happening in my ministry. Mr. Speaker, on Tuesday, 23rd April, we were back in this August chamber, this time to receive the throne speech from our Governor General under the theme, Enhancing Our Infrastructure. And later that day, the Honorable Prime Minister presented the 2024-2025 budget address under the theme, Building Our Infrastructure for a Resilient Economy. Mr. Speaker, in presenting this budget, the Honorable Prime Minister took time to remind St. Lucians of the performance of his government over the past 2.5 years. Secondly, he provided a statement on the health of the St. Lucia economy. And thirdly, he outlined the policies that will underpin the projections contained in the 2024-2025 estimates of revenue and expenditure. Mr. Speaker, over the next 2 days, we, the members of this Honorable House, are expected to speak and elaborate on the policies that impact our respective portfolios. In short, we need to put flesh on the bones and bring the various programs and policies to life. But Mr. Speaker, with your permission, before I delve in the work of my ministry and its allied agencies and their role in putting together the building blocks for a resilient economy, I would like to pause for a moment and reflect on what has brought us to this juncture in our history. Mr. Speaker, I believe that this introspection is important, because if we do not know where we come from, we will not know where we are going. And if we do not appreciate what caused us to be where we were in 2021 and where we are now, then we will repeat some actions that we ought not to repeat. So, Mr. Speaker, I will use my background as an auditor and do a very short audit and perform a comparison of the two administrations. Mr. Speaker, between 2016 to 2021, the United Workers' Party administration, led by the leader of the opposition and member for Miku South, had the following scorecard, and I'll read some of it, not all. 1. They spent some $180 million on St. Jude's Hospital, and at the end of the day had 2 unfinished structures. During that process, demolished 2 new buildings and damaged most of the existing infrastructure that was already installed. The new structure, which they constructed, does not have a proper roof, resulting in significant water infiltration in the building. Moreover, the entire ground floor is missing from the structure. 2. They spent some $112 million on horses and a horse racing track in Beaufort, resulting in the displacement of several Beaufort cattle farmers and the decommissioning of an abattoir. 3. They increased the rent expenses of government from some $31 million per year to some $70 million, Mr. Speaker. In the process, renting some 5 offices from a close relative of the member for Miku South. 4. They spent some $11 million for incinerators that has not worked. 5. They entered into a contractual arrangement with Health City Cayman for approximately $1 million per month for transitioning from Victoria Hospital to the OKEU, causing this government to settle a debt of some $25 million. 6. They sold the Diamond Mall for $13.5 million when it was valued at some $60 million, and then turn around and list part of the space for approximately $1 million per month. They entered into a contractual arrangement with Ernst & Young to prepare the estimates of revenue and expenditure, a task performed by civil servants from time immemorial. This resulted in millions being paid to the accounting firm. 8. They entered into a contractual arrangement with Lockerbie for maintenance of the playing fields, resulting in an expenditure of some $32 million. And Mr. Speaker, the list of egregious acts continues. Then, Mr. Speaker, you juxtapose this with the performance of this government after 2.5 years in office. Our record card shows, Mr. Speaker, the government focus on putting the people first, as evidenced by some of the following achievements outlined by the Honorable Prime Minister in his presentation on Tuesday. And I will outline some of them here, Mr. Speaker. The government distributed some 11,700 laptops to our students, ensuring equal access to education. 2. Paid teachers an additional $600 as material allowance to assist with knowledge sharing. 3. Paid outstanding back pay to civil servants. 4. Paid some 3,000 government pensioners a one-time payment of $600. 5. Paid some 5,000 persons $1,500 as part of COVID relief. 6. Remove the 6% service charge on price control goods, all in an effort to contain price increases. 7. Provided subsidy on the 20-pound and 22-pound gas cylinders, resulting in a subsidy of over 8.1 million last year, a continuing effort to combat inflation. 8. Provided subsidy of some 11.5 million last year on flour alone, just to keep the price of bread at an affordable level for single mothers to feed their children. 9. Remove the 10% withholding tax on small contracts of $10,000 or less. 10. Commence construction of the St. Jude's Hospital. 11. Refocus on implementation of UHC in earnest with the introduction of incremental services under the program. Pregnant mothers and seniors over 80 can access medical services free of charge, while persons with hypertension and diabetes can get their medication free of charge. 12. Reintroduce the distress fund with $1 million assigned to provide support to persons in distress. 13. Remove VAT on selected building materials, providing much needed relief to persons who need to repair or construct their homes, and at the same time spurring economic activities. 14. Commence construction of custody suites, which was unceremoniously demolished by the last administration. 15. Introduce the Youth Economy Agency to provide our youth with a helping hand to start their own business, thus providing the ecosystem for our next set of entrepreneurs to emerge and flourish. 16. Introduce the MSME program, where for the first time our micro and small businesses receive support in the form of grant, loan, and technical support. Again, establishing the ecosystem, the foundation for small businesses to progress and strive. So, Mr. Speaker, the evidence speaks for itself. It speaks to the last administration led by the leader of the opposition and member for Miku South as one who just did not know how to manage and guide this economy. This evidence showed gross mismanagement and wastage. Then, Mr. Speaker, you examine the records of this government, led by the Honorable Prime Minister and member for Castres East, and you see capable, prudent, humble, people-centered, forward-thinking, servant leadership. Believing in the ability of St. Lucians, those at home as well as those overseas, to bring the country forward, working together for the benefit of all St. Lucians. And this budget showing how, with proper planning, all organs of government working in tandem to lay the strong foundation, one brick at a time, for a resilient economy. Mr. Speaker, this approach has resulted in 3 consecutive years of growth and an unemployment rate of 14% and declining. Steady progress in the right direction, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, our Prime Minister also listed several capital projects that has commenced and some to commence this fiscal year. Among them, several hotels, housing, and community projects. And some of these projects are linked to our CIP program. So, Mr. Speaker, that is why our CIP program is so necessary at this time. That is why we should not tamper with it at this time. Forms part of the foundation that we are laying down now, and therefore we ought to do all in our power to ensure that it delivers what we need at this time. Mr. Speaker, we are comforted that the due diligence regime applied is robust and complies with the various standards set by our development partners. So I urge the leader of the opposition and member for Miku South to have some contrition, mindful of the mess that his administration left us in, to refrain from creating mischief, but instead be a statesman and put the people of St. Lucia first. Mr. Speaker, our country, our people need this growth trajectory now. Let us work together to ensure continued progress. Now, Mr. Speaker, let me focus on the priority areas for 2024 as it relates to the work of the Ministry of Commerce.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a cerebral presentation. Cogent analysis. Everything true. Sister Emma, when you put the scalpel in the hands of a surgeon, I was able to perform brain surgery and showed us what is in Shasti's head. It was empty. He mismanaged the economy. He wasted our resources. And she was able to show you the tale of two prime ministers there. One just fritting away our money, carelessly, wantonly, without any regard for anything. And a prime minister now, who is taking the tax dollars. We have to pay taxes. And he's using it well. Auntie Emma, I hope the others follow. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you must listen to Sister Emma when she speaks. She told you she was putting on the hat of, that's the Auditor General. She understands finance. She can, she understands wastage. She can see wastage. She's a forensic accountant, I think. So she knows when. So this is Auntie Emma. Auntie Emma, if you need an attache, call me, because you're my number. I will push your work. And I want to see the other ministers. Richard Frederick is doing that in his own way, but he has his own show, so I won't put it. When you stand to debate, that's a model to follow. Present the facts. Put this guy on the defense. A lot of you do that, and I want to highlight it when it comes. But I was particularly impressed with the Honorable Emma Hippolyte that day during that debate. She stood up and she couched her presentation. She grounded it, she gave perspective, and then she went to launch into the rest of her presentation. So she showed you that this guy, you don't have the name yet, was just a waste of time, as we have always been saying. With that mixed degree, he's mixed up like his degree. He doesn't understand finance. He does not, because the man says, I remember he stood up once and says, when you borrow money, it's not really you adding to the country's debt stock. And everybody jaw dropped, because that was, Minister of Finance, when you borrow money, you charge it to the consolidated fund. You're not adding to the country's debt stock. I couldn't understand that at all. But to me, any schoolboy, I'm grade 6 child could understand that. If you bought, Minister of Finance. No wonder after 2 weeks of COVID, country's broke. You don't know how to spend, you can't manage. And Sister Emma, she exposed what was in this guy's head. It was empty. She performed the lobotomy. She took the scalpel and she explained to us that this guy, you can put it again one more time, you flash it again, that this guy has nothing in the upstairs. He talks well though. His foreign accent, makes you full. He fools us. But Auntie Emma showed us that he has nothing in the upstairs there. She surgically showed you that by her presentation in April. I don't know too much. You must, she began expounding on the things that the government is. And I think from that time to now, I suspect when Auntie Emma, you have to upgrade that. When you stand up again in the house, you have to update that. You have to show us what more, because I know there's a lot more wastage that was there. And we have done so much more now. Crystal was on your show with the youth economy. Yeah. I know you tell me to watch the clock, so I'm watching the clock. And we're going for a break in a few minutes. Then when we come back, I'll talk a little, and then we'll open the lines, because you have to be interactive. I want you to respond to Auntie Emma because hello, I mean this was brilliant. And Tiema, brilliant. And the rest of the ministers, I want you all to, after the break, I'll make an appeal to you all. Okay?
All right, okay. This is the real issues, Terence Fenelon, he really is getting there, isn't he? He knows the break times and so on, and he's going for them. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
All right.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you, at Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatments that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild, the power to heal, the future of pain relief.
If you recently submitted a claim to the National Insurance Corporation, you also need to submit your financial account information to get paid. All NIC benefit claims are now paid conveniently through your local financial institution. To provide your bank or credit union account information, simply log on to the NIC website at www.stlucianic.org. Click the Financial Account Information tab and fill out the form. It's that easy. You only submit once. Ensure you enter the details of an open active account in your name. If you do not have access to the internet, visit any NIC office to collect the financial account information form. Help us to help you. NIC, for the benefit of us all.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
Bill of quantities, rendering, architectural drawings, artist impressions, DCA approval, read the proposed state-of-the-art hospital, which would have been completed within 6 months. All we can see on site is a structural box. Well, where the word architectural is related, the only architectural thing that I believe we ever saw referenced about it was how many $1 million, for architectural works. So if you think we're going to get drawings, the only thing architectural we got was a requisition for money, lots of it for architectural works. Great job, Mr. Fenelon. MP Emma presented a base for use by SLP and government public relations personnel. Mr. Fenelon should be engaged as a PR consultant. How do you know he's not? And by the way, speaking about government PR people, I want to give a big up and a little word and pat on the back or on the shoulder of encouragement to Sister Lisa Jawai. Yes. I notice some people, they don't seem to understand people's roles and their terms of reference and their framework of performance and so on. And so a couple of people misguidedly, I think, try to give her flack for not being out there enough as the PR to put out the government's message. Strictly speaking, Senator Jawai is not a government PR. She is the communications director of the St. Lucia Labour Party as a party. She's not in the place of, let me just pull names out, the PM's press secretary. She's not Miss Melissa Paul. She's not Miss Mondi Lewis. She's not Mr. Rihani Isidore. She doesn't have any PR position or, to my knowledge, consultancy with any government ministry, department, or secretariat. She works for the St. Lucia Labour Party. And I think she's doing a fantastic job. She goes above and beyond the call of duty to put out the message, not just of the Labour Party, but when it has been given, to ensure that the government's message is disseminated. She takes on the lies, the deception, the misinformation, the disinformation that is put out there, even when it is governmental, and there are other people who more properly and more appropriately should be taking it on. She does. I want to say, and I think the person she reports to directly is the General Secretary of the Labour Party, Mr. Leo Clark. That is her immediate boss. If I'm not mistaken, Ms. Jawahi makes it a business to attend all constituency conferences, even government activities. She does all of that. So I just want to say this. Lisa is doing a tremendous... Single-handedly and so on. A lot. I mean, she goes around the clock, endlessly, on end and so on. So people, please understand that there's roles that are cut, and she does everything she can, but at the same time, I have discerned in her a great respect. She's very respectful. A lot of respectfulness for the rules of other people. Like, she will not venture into territory that properly should be the purview and domain of the press secretary to the Prime Minister or anybody like that. But if she's asked to assist, and she can assist, she does it wholeheartedly. She doesn't receive huge pay and multiple salaries and salary from the treasury, from government. The pay of a senator is quite minimal. It's meager. Yeah, it's meager. There's a great differential in pay if you are a senator who, like Senator Gideon Ferdinand and Dr. Pauline Antoine, were parliamentary secretaries, or if you're a minister or something of that kind. But the pay of an ordinary senator is nothing to talk about. So don't come about she's doing all of that. She's doing a tremendous amount of work. She goes above and beyond the call of duty. As the Bible says, she goes the extra mile. She is asked to go 1 mile. She goes 5, and she does it all the time. So, please try to understand the difference. For example, I have to, no matter how much I am held in regard or whatever as a talk show host and so on, I have to be respectful of the fact that I am not an authorized government spokesman. I give my opinions on things and so on, But I'm not an authorized guy. I can't come and pretend like I in it and I know this and I'm speaking with authority, the Prime Minister. No. I am a talk show host on a private, mass medium, television, radio, etc., McDowell Broadcasting Corporation. I have to respect the rules of being an employee here and so on and conduct myself accordingly. And I cannot overstep what is within the bounds of my knowledge and responsibility and that sort of. And we have to understand this sort of thing. Anyway, over to Terry.
Yes, my brother. We have to help Lisa because we're doing it, Shelton, love of country, you know.
Yes.
We do it for our children and grandchildren. We don't want to see our heritage, not our not our credit rating.
Right.
Well, our credit rating is good, you know. I saw the recent release.
Exactly.
The credit rating is good, you know. It says, Philip J. Pierre, you're doing a good, excellent job. How could you be doing all of that? When these fellas had so much at their disposal and then we had, the country's broke. That's all the man was crying. The country's broke. Man, your belly, and you know, you're looking haggard, you know, as though he can't shave because he can't sleep. The country's broke. You know, Philip J. Pierre not saying that the country's broke. I mean, the ECCB would, Mr. Antoine, and then, what's it, Caribbean, whatever, the rating agency, we're doing fine. I mean, and you heard the Prime Minister, you have heard him say, what worries him is, you know, some natural, you know, something like a hurricane or something, which can erase the gains. But as long as we don't have that, we're in the correct trajectory. And Honorable Emma Hippolyte, as an auditor, she became the Auditor General there. She performed an audit, and she says, Hawa, Leader of the Opposition, while you were the Minister of Finance, I've weighed you in the balance, and I have found you wanting, woefully wanting. You mismanaged the economy. You destroyed, you know, the treasury. It was a mess, a total mess. And she says, yes, Philip here. And you notice how she described him? The great servant leader, because he listens. I mean, you cannot have a resource like Miss Emma Hippolyte in your cabinet and you don't make use of that brain, because that lady has a fantastic, you know, financial brain, if I may put it that way. So she'll be able to tell Mr. Pierre, listen, the indicators don't look good there because that's a training. The indicators there, you know, that index I am seeing there, we had to do something to remedy it. Now, of course, Philip JP understands finance too. But when you have these two brains together, you understand, and then you have the legal fellas there, Central Cashrates, Richard will say, legally we have to check that there. You know, you have Leslie Mondesi, a nerd. Well, they call him a nerd. I say that in a nice way because he understands, he reads, he understands the law, the application of the law. You understand? We have that. But I want to appeal to the other ministers. Buck up. I mean, you're doing a lot. Remember, I told you you're not elected to be a minister, you know. Nobody elected you to be any minister. The Prime Minister invited you to serve in his cabinet. Kudos. But you have to account to the people. And if you're afraid to appear, call us in. Give us the information so we can advertise for you. You see, I'm doing it willingly for Emma. I love Emma. Emma is good. She's quiet. She has a nice demeanor. She's a nice person. When you talk to her, you know, you could feel the radiance and the genuine nature, you know, that emanates from her. You know, she gives a positive aura. And when she's in the house, she's not loud. There's no histrionics with her. She's just devastating in her presentations. And I'm happy to promote her because I find her presentations excellent. And I want to be able to take, ministers, your presentations the same way. You know, when you dissect it that way, surgically and clinically, you know, you do that. I want to be able to play it. You know, Shelton and I must look at that there and say, because I want to circulate that to you all because I know some of you are hearing it for the first time because some of you do not follow the House or the Senate. So when I have gems, when we come across gems like that in the delivery, in the presentations, we'll cut it out and circulate. So Joko and our technician will be able to send that to us and we'll be able to disseminate it. Yes. And you must play it for your flubber friends. You know, they have some hardcore people, you can't change them. I mean, they have some fellas. I mean, no matter what you do, as I always tell people, you can't teach a lamppost. Now, that's not derogatory, huh? It's just over the dominoes. You know, when a man head hard and you're thinking that all the evidence you showing him or on the domino table, he ain't. Yes. I say, Gasa, you can't teach a lamppost. Just finish it up. All right? You know you can't do that. There are some people, their minds, you can't change their minds. However, there are some flabbos who are amenable to change. Because they can see the reality, you know. When these fellas are making noise about the fuel prices, they understand. But there are cost implications. What's the landed cost, as you correctly say? You know, what is cost to freight it in? on the floorboard, it might have been $2,000. Now it's $10,000. But that cost has to be passed on. And my background, I have to educate you. That's my role. We have to educate. All right? Jacqueline will we have sometime we'll open the lines. We have to educate you. We have to educate each other. And you have to educate. Don't get vexed with the flabos. Do not do that. We want them to vote properly this time. We want them to ensure you. Protect your pension. Protect your children's laptops. Protect your facilities fees. Protect CXC Math and English. And then, if things right, we get in 5. You understand? Protect the pensioners from $200. Every day I have to say that. When I swim, there's this gentleman, elderly gentleman, he's a bus driver. He sings the praises of the Prime Minister. He say, Garçon, Madame Metekajon, this a goodie, après ça, c'est sex a goodie, but cortex, Monsieur Prime Minister a fait bien. We have to say that. So, ministers, give us the information, man. Give me a call. You know me, I think. I go charge you for gas.
Yes.
Because it's free. I go charge you for gas. A little gas. Put gas in the car. Call me. I'll come and sit with you. You'll sit down. You give me the information. I'll plug you. I'll plug your ministry. Because we have to get the information. We cannot take the 15-2 for granted. We can't sit on our laurels and think that all is well. No. There's propaganda out there, and we have to counteract that propaganda. Okay, we have a call, Shelton.
All right, Real issues, you're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shelton. Good afternoon to your brother, whatever. Oh, good thing.
Yes,
Shelton, this afternoon, bring it up, the Prime Minister, Mr. Pierre, my rep, Kenson Kazimi, all the Minister of Government, all the Senators, and we are there with Mr. Pierre, and we are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. Labour is coming back 2026. And we are ready to rally behind our Prime Minister. To rally. All the little children are rallying with him. And we are praying for him. Yeah, we can never get a good Prime Minister like Mr. Pierre. Oh, Mr. Pierre is a God sent to serve St. Lucia. And St. Jude will finish. I'm ready to walk from Beauport to St. Jude. I have my boots already. I'm ready.
We are ready. We're going to be
and
walking.
God bless you all. Oh, yes. That is Kenson Kazimi. I'm calling from Grozile.
Right.
Big up my rep, my sport minister. He is coming back 2026.
We have work to do. Correct. All right. So we're saying, ministers, you have our numbers, man. We are available. You understand? Let's do it. We have to promote your work. What must be done? And we have to get it to the people. Because, they're going to happen crime. We know that. But I'm happy that we have a cop there, commissioner of police, who wants to tackle that head on. Kudos. The K9, we have to bring that back. I know we have one there. Yeah, we will get through. So we're doing it bit by bit. And let's disseminate the information. By now, to me, every minister should be queuing up to be on Can I Help You?
Okay.
I have no question. Every minister should be queuing up. Every Thursday there should be somebody, a minister there.
I agree with you.
Talking about your constituency and your ministry if you have one. You have to connect to the people. That business you're in a silent, we're not seeing you, you're not answering your phone. And when we call you, you want to beat me down because, you don't want to hear what I'm saying because you know what I'm going to be saying. Yeah. You don't like it. Buckle up, man.
487-9849.
Yes, next call. Oh, my.
We have a call on the line. Let me see the tickets.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ferdinand.
Okay. 2 tickets to give away. I'll give away one to myself and one to Terry, right? That's good?
That's on Thursday?
Yeah.
That's today?
Cricket. Yeah, today, 14th. Yeah,
caller.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Daniel.
How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ferdinand.
Good afternoon, sir. Good day.
Yeah. A classical piece of demonstration by Omar Hippolyte.
Yes, it was.
But one of the town hall meetings, or I do not know whether it's some other meeting that Alan Shastney had, he made another statement where he called on St. Lucians to change their ways. So what ways that he is calling on them to change? Maybe he feels that they are too passive. They're supposed to be more aggressive and even violent. Because for some time now, this man has been sending subliminal messages, attempting to incite violence and civil disobedience in our country. So he's attempting to take a page from Donald Trump's book. And this man believes because of his so-called pedigree that he is above the law. Because I remember that demonstration they had in Vieux-Fort. He wanted to bring persons to demonstrate on a construction site at St. Jude. There were barriers to prevent the people from entering on the site. There was a police officer cautioned them. Alan Chastney attempted to remove the barrier and walk on the site. So too much liberty is being given to this man, and his tenure over our country was a monumental disaster. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah.
Very correct. Very correct. Yeah. Another caller, yes. Go. Coming caller.
Hi, caller. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Bon après-midi.
You do that all the time, Shelton. I understand now,
No, this afternoon you have to make it quick because we have only a few minutes left.
I realize that. But let me tell you, Shelton, when I hear the former Prime Minister making issue of gas prices, we have to wonder whether he ever signed the document that he was supposed to have signed on the night of his victory rally. He's never signed it, yet he's complaining about gas prices at this time. Do you know whether former Prime Minister has a lot of influence? You see the prices in the supermarkets, especially the 14 supermarket chain? He can influence that so bigly that even St. Lucians, even Americans will vote for him in the next elections. So tell him start work on that. Make that the orange issue. Gas, grocery prices on grocery items that have no business being $6, $10, and $8. Thank you. I have more to say, but because of time, Terry, you look great in red. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Folks, I've been given 2 tickets, and they are for today's
match. Yeah.
Game between the West Indies and England at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, starting 4 o'clock this afternoon. It wasn't any time I had to think about it. But let's try to go for the first one. Tell me, who is the person who's credited with being the inventor of T20 cricket? Tell me the name of somebody who is credited with being the inventor of T20 cricket, and you will win the first one. All right, I'm going to ask for a little bit of extra time today so we can get into that. So television people, if you all can grant us a few minutes so we can give away. Do we have a call on the line? Hi, good afternoon. Real Issues.
Good afternoon, Shelton. I don't want to be long. I just want to...
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, we're hearing you.
Yes, I don't want to be long. I just want to big up my minister, Tennyson Kazime. Big up, minister. You are there forever. Grozilet people, we are rally behind you. Big up, minister, and keep up the good work you're doing. Yes, we are there with you. There is nobody else that can beat you. Tell them to sharp the knife, the pickcock, how they calling it. Tell them to sharp it because yours is sharper than theirs. Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, Terry, we don't have much time.
I realize.
I don't know. I got those tickets a little too.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Shelton. Since time is against us, and there is a trend of bigging up ministers, I want to big up my MP in Castries Central, Richard Frederick, my other MP in Castries North, Stevenson King, and my champion in Castries East, Philip J. Pierre. Big up to my 3 MPs. Blessed love.
We don't want to just big them up, huh? We want them, their contributions. We want, when they're in the house and they make this contribution.
That is against us, I was told.
Yes, I know now. I know. I'm just commenting on
Yeah.
it. I was not trying to engage you. Thanks, I'm Gaspar. I think Miguel has responded to your question.
Yeah,
he said Stanford.
No, it's not
No,
Stanford. It's
okay.
not Stanford. Yeah, okay. That probably will have to be our last call.
Yes.
What's the time?
Yes,
saying and
yes.
everything? Yeah, hi caller. Good afternoon. Real issues. Hello.
Oh.
All right. Okay. I think. Okay.
Woo,
Let's go with this
With
one.
the-
Hi.
yeah.
Real issues. Hello.
Something is wrong there now? With the telephone. All right. Let's take this one.
Yeah. Hi caller. Real issues.
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
The question, Martin Crowe.
Wonderful. That's true. Martin
Martin
Crowe,
Crowe.
the former New Zealand cricket captain.
Right.
Really star batsman and so on. He was the one who invented this 20 overs per innings game, okay?
That's true.
So.
Okay, my ticket now.
yeah, definitely. The ticket for you. Can you message our WhatsApp platform, which is
Okay, what's the WhatsApp number?
Yeah.
But give
nine.
it to your colleague for me. Give it to Mr. Filino.
No, who's me?
Okay.
all right.
That's
We
all right.
We
Okay.
know who you are, and we're gonna expose you now, okay?
I'll drop it for you.
So let me tell you, a lot better help you because we're gonna expose you now. All right, okay, Mr. Max.
I'll drop it at your office so you're on my way down.
The man Zap, we really
All right.
appreciate it. All right,
I have
thank
the
you
ticket for
very
you.
much.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay, now what do we say for the next one, Terry? You have a question?
Well, yeah. What's the present score? I mean, because they have played 2 matches already.
Yes.
Okay, and there are 3 matches to go.
Okay.
3 here, so they played 2 in Barbados.
That's a peeping.
Yeah, that's a peeping. No, sometimes you have to give a little peeping.
That's a softy.
What is it? What is it? Yeah.
Make the thing more challenging than that. Whoa.
No, give that away.
Yeah, let's go for the lotto. We're coming back after the lotto. Okay, when the lotto come, we're
Hello?
coming back after the lotto.
I need to wrap up.
And
Yes.
we're going to get a decent question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do we have a call on the line?
Yes. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, the score is 2-0.
Got a move there. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, the score is 2-0.
Got a move there. You expect to get a ticket just for that? Anybody can get that. I say we're coming in for better questions.
Shelton has overruled there. So another question. We're coming for another question there.
We're going to come with another question after the break, okay? You want us to give you a complimentary ticket to go and watch a T20 just to tell us what is the score in the 5-match series? Who don't know that? Sorry. We said no already, okay? We're going to get a better question than that. We got the tickets late, just in the last few minutes.
Yes.
All right, let's take this last call before we go for our lotto break, and then we're going to come back. Yeah, hi caller, good afternoon, Real Issues.
Yeah, Mike, want to answer the second question. England is leading 2-0.
Yeah, well,
No, we're coming back. We're coming back. We give another question.
That, you know.
What's the question?
No. We'll come with it after the break. That's a Fenelon softie. Totally rejected.
You see, yeah, I play cricket, but it's peeping do I got a bowl.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's take the break and then we'll turn our minds to something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
If you recently submitted a claim to the National Insurance Corporation, you also need to submit your financial account information to get paid. All NIC benefit claims are now paid conveniently through your local financial institution. To provide your bank or credit union account information, simply log on to the NIC website at www.stlucianic.org. Click the Financial Account Information tab and fill out the form. It's that easy. You only submit once. Ensure you enter the details of an open, active account in your name. If you do not have access to the internet, visit any NIC office to collect the financial account information form. Help us to help you. NIC, for the benefit of us all.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood.
Draw of Thursday, 14th November 2024 were Double Daily Grand 4, 8, 13, 19. Big 4, 6, 5, 6, 0. Big 4 Multi-X FP. Pick 2, 3, 5. Pick 2 Multi-X 2X. 1 off 972. Lucky 3 557. Lucky 3 Multi-X 2X.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
What is the highest total for West Indies in T20 cricket? Because we want to deal on the international level. We don't want to go for IPL in India or CPL here. This is territorial, franchise, whatever cricket. We want international cricket between nations, between West Indies, etc. What is the... I'm not going to ask you against who they scored it. What is the highest total that the West Indies have ever scored as a team in T20 cricket? Okay, that, and you have a complimentary ticket for tonight's, this evening, going into tonight's match between West Indies and England.
There's a call, I think.
Hi, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Ooh, somebody has that.
Hello.
Is it 219 runs?
No, wrong. And we want calls in for that one.
Yeah, Miguel, you have to call.
We don't want text or anything. You have to struggle like everybody else for the line.
And I would also like to make a short contribution.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to ask the question: since Trump is president-elect, it looks like Shasley will soon get visa-free access for the people of St. Lucia to the U.S.
Yeah, well, the same queen that, I suppose you can try it on people that it might.
That's my
contribution. Yeah. Well, let's see. All I can tell you is that the issues and so on that put into America and so on, they don't put into St. Lucia. Okay, we don't have any crisis in St. Lucia, as some people want to make us believe, etc. You know, the only place where I will concede with the UWP that things need to be better, need to improve fast, is on the subject of crime, especially the homicides. Right. I'm not going to be too labor to say we have done a fantastic job and so on. Maybe we have, but it's not reflected in the crime statistics. We have a call on the line. Hello?
Hello, is it 258?
Yeah, 258 for what?
For 5.
That's right.
All right. Where did you go and get that? Where did you go and get that?
I Googled it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's acceptable. Yes. The highest score for West Indies is 258 for 5, and they did that last year, in March last year, on the 26th of March. Okay. Thank you very much for that. We'll need your name and some identification.
No problem.
A message saying, but WhatsApp us on the Real Issues WhatsApp platform. The number for it is 487-9849. Send in your information, your name, and your whatever it is that we can be sure that it's you.
Yeah,
Okay,
tell him to tell him to give us his phone number now, because somebody else can just WhatsApp and say that's them.
Yeah.
So give us your phone number. We'll take the phone number. Jacqueline is going to take that. So
Yeah, because at least in the case of Zap, we knew the person personally and so on. All right.
Yes.
All right. So West Indies, that was their highest score, and they scored it versus South Africa. In South Africa, I think at Centurion is the name of the ground. And guess what? Guess what was the result of that match where they scored their highest ever on the 26th of March 2023? West Indies lost. South Africa bettered them in that contest, but it was their highest ever score in the T20. Thank you very much, caller. All right.
Yes. So let me wrap up. Let me just say again. Sorry.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. I'm saying, should I stay on the
Yeah,
line?
give your number. You got his number?
Yeah. Was that?
Oh, he has it already. Okay, great. Yes.
No, he said he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Call it out.
Hold on a second. Lord, what do I do in this? You gotta give it. Japan, do you have a pen?
Or just tell us your name.
Tell us your name, and when you come, you have to come with proper identification.
Tell us your name. Yeah, tell us your name.
Greg Michel.
Greg what?
Greg Michel.
Greg Michel.
You from where? Yes. What part of St. Lucia are you from?
Oh, I reside in Castries, but I'm from Fort Saint Jacques.
Yeah, well, Greg Michel.
So you Greg Michel from Fort Saint Jacques? But you live in. We don't want somebody else whose name is Greg Michel to come up here quickly and take your ticket. That's why we want to make sure that nobody robs you of your prize.
That's fine. I will be coming over to get
all right.
it.
With identification.
Yeah.
All right. If 3 Greg Michels come and each have identification, it'll be in a mini mini mo, no? Milli mali put your hand and you know this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg. Congratulations and thanks.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a nice little interruption there, but we have to wrap up. Listen, ministers, I think you should be queuing up to be on Can I Help You? To push yourself, sell your program, talk to your constituents. If you can't do it, we are mindful to do it for you.
Yes.
Because you have to promote. NTMA, I plugged you today because I think you were very clinical, very surgical, very cerebral in your presentation to the budget debate. You handled this guy who masquerades as some guru in finance. You handled him well. You exposed him for the world to see that he was already an nincompoop. No clue as to finance. And then we have to do that. So the rest of the ministers, please make yourselves available. Push yourself and what you're doing. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Terry.
It was
all
a
the best
pleasure.
To you. Yeah, pleasure.
I might be with you tomorrow again if you'll have me.
Was that anytime, like I tell
all
you.
Right.
You just notify me like you always do. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take a lot for me. Maybe I have somebody else work for me to ever tell you, not to be here. You bring a lot of energy to the program. I'm happy for that. And the reaction that I get from people indicates that they really enjoy having you.
Thank you very much.
That's the Real Issues for today, folks. Thank you so very much for having been part of it. I'm Shelton Daniel, signing out.
All right.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center,